affects a lot of the climate. When we visit and everything. It is 6 o'clock and we are going to get this meeting started. This is our regular board meeting, December 16, 2025. And let me make before we officially get started with the agenda, Mrs. Jones is a little on edge at the moment. She's just gotten word that her grandson has begun his entry into life. And so we want to get this as soon as possible. And she you'll know she wants to get to the hospital. We have several hours.
Yes, getting ready to be a sugar. That's gonna be my girl and I'm super excited. First day.
It is so exciting. Item A, recording of members present. 4 of us here. Dr. Kaufman is absent tonight. And then the Pledge of Allegiance, we have Riker Rodenbeck and Austin Cochran. And Mrs. Nemo is going to introduce you, so come up and wait for a moment and let her introduce so we know you, so we know something about you.
We have Riker Rodenbeck. He is in 5th grade. Mrs. Rodenbeck is his teacher. His parents are Jody and Taylor Rodenbeck. Riker enjoys football, wrestling, running, and hunting. He is in the house of Isabindi. Is that how you say it? Okay. Riker is Austin's big, and he is a senator for the house of Isabindi. Austin Cochran in 2nd grade in Mrs. Morris's class. His parents are Alec and Taylor Cochran. Miss Vance is his Mimi. He enjoys dinosaurs, reading, football, and soccer. Austin is also in the house of Isabindi. I'm gonna get that by the time I say it. And is Riker Rodenbeck's little. Austin received the Lionheart Award for November. Okay, guys. Right over there.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have something for you guys.
Photographs.
Sure. Yes. Awesome. We got one more thing for you. Hold those and we'll take a picture.
This is the official one.
Official.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
I do always wonder why we don't use a professional camera though.
I know. Austin was doing his duty under duress. His teacher.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you for shouldering that and pushing forward. Item B is Tiger's Roar, and they're sitting right in front of us. The Interact Rotary Club, and Ms. Lori Freeman is the sponsor. And are you going to make?
I'm gonna introduce them, but I'm listening and tell you. Yeah, you tell me what you want me to do.
I want you to do what you're supposed to do. You can
Okay.
introduce
She doesn't ever do
yourself.
that.
This is a group called Interact, and they are a part, it's a youth group of the Rotary Club. So, every month in Cherokee County, they honor, our Rotarians honor Students of the Month. And they do all of the schools' keys, they do Tahlequah, they do Holbert, and then they do Sequoia. And so each week, because we meet weekly, and this group of students has a wonderful sponsor. Her name is Lori Freeman, if she'd like to come up here. She, if you wanna come up here, Lori, she's gonna talk about every summer our kids can go to a group called RILA. This particular group of students got very, very interested, and so they heard about an Interact Club, and I'm gonna let her take it from here, because when they heard, it's just been great. So, and they've got the right leader, she's wonderful.
Well, thanks. Well, I couldn't be more proud of these kids. Vivi and Ava, they went to the Riley Leadership Conference and their leadership just grew, leaps and bounds. And they came back and they were like, we want to start an Interact Club. These other people that are here have an Interact Club, that's where they have been sent to Ryla from, and Ryla's a leadership conference. And so they were just super excited about it. Their passion rubbed off on all their friends. They're like, you need to come, we need to sign this up. So in February of last year, we started with 15 members. And as of today, we have 102 members.
Wow.
So, and we've done 9 service projects since August. So I think something that's different about this club is that we are very involved. Like, it is a club that when we talk about service, it's not just, okay, fill out your service sheet. Like, we're gonna give you opportunities to serve, to be leaders in the community, and these kids have like taken it by storm. So if you guys wanna stand up and talk about some of your favorite things, or I'm like totally put them on the spot, they're like, we're talking. But I just want you to hear from them for just a second about what Ryla did for them and what Interact Club means to them. So I'll have our co-presidents, Vivi and Ava, stand up, and then if any of the rest of you.
Who's Vivian?
I'm Vivi.
I'm Ava.
And you're Ava.
Okay, you wanna go first?
So yeah, we started Interact Club from February is when it officially started, and we attended Ryla last
October.
October? Yeah.
During fall break, they
Yeah,
went
during
during their
fall
fall break to
Yes.
conference.
And that camp was just so much fun, and it just really inspired us to create something like that in Tahlequah, where we didn't have anything that engaged all students and not just like a selective group, to where we could all serve for the community, and it's really just flourished.
So a few of our service projects have been, we sort the clothes at the outreach center, and we also packed bags for, like the food bags for kids to go on the weekend.
Mhm.
And then we have also done the project Christmas Child, our Operation Christmas Child, and we send the boxes of Christmas gifts to kids around the world in different countries and everything, and that's what we've done. So that's just a few of the service projects that we've done since August, like you said, so.
Ava, could you tell them on that Christmas project is very impressive, because you guys said, oh, we're gonna try 10 boxes,
Yeah.
and what are you at?
We did 101 boxes, so
Wow.
that is a
Yeah.
lot of children, so that's really great. So yeah,
We had some great partnerships.
yes.
And Judah is sitting over here, and he brought in a major sponsor with Echota Behavioral Health, so they donated $500. And then we had the Rotary Club who partnered with us, and they gave $500. And each box cost $10 to ship it. So that covered all our shipping costs. So then we had all of our members take boxes or multiple boxes and fill them.
Mhm.
And fill them with all kinds of things, from toys to socks to hats and
Hygiene stuff, yeah.
hygiene items.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then we get a QR code that tracks it, so once they actually ship out of the warehouse, they're going to do the processing and stuff. They did that this past weekend, so we should be getting the tracking coming in soon of where in the world these boxes are all going to. So that's good.
So they go to different
All over the
countries,
place.
all
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like literally everywhere. I've seen a few videos of kids who've already gotten them. I
Oh,
saw
they
some,
have?
but not like from our boxes, but just like kids around the world, they've already gotten some this year, so that's great.
Yeah, so it's super exciting, and the kids were very passionate about it, and we set up the empty boxes, cause we got a bunch of empty boxes donated, and you guys made a Christmas tree at Club Day, And so that was one of the huge draws to bring in double our membership at Club Day. So, and kids were excited to take boxes to fill and return them, and everybody's like, are you sure that you're gonna get these back? And we're like, we don't know, we gave out 100 boxes, and, you know, we had to go get some more, cause a couple kids didn't bring them back, but we ended up with 101 boxes,
Yeah.
and kids are excited about it for next year already, and, bringing in some items. So some other things that they have done recently, we did the Rotary baskets, filling those, we served 160 Tahlequah families, with those, and then Judah and Jolie were over at Toys for Tots as well, and serving, we'll probably give out over 900 families in Cherokee County toys with Toys for Tots, and they were, very generous to give back to Tahlequah Public Schools as well with that. Do you want to talk about that?
Not super much, but Parker said that they got all their families done that one day. They had like 3 days that all the families were gonna come, and then they knocked them out all in one day.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
So when do you work on these projects?
We can go during school hours sometimes, or even we'll do it right after school, just kind of lines up with whoever's schedules, but we try to do it partially during lunchtime so you don't miss tons of class, and so that's usually when we do these things.
The outreach center we've done during lunchtime.
Yeah.
But everything else is after school,
And on weekends.
on weekends.
Yeah.
So, kids have given up their weekends to go serve in the community and the evenings, and so it's pretty exciting to just see the excitement of all of these kids who want to give back and want to serve. And it's like, and we're just giving them opportunities to do that. So that has been really exciting, and the passion behind it, it's like, let's do more, and they also we just had a deck the halls at the high school, and we had partnered with Stuco on that and had donation boxes, so we had snacks that were donated, we had another hallway that had warm weather wear that was donated, and Rotary also just partners with us on that, so we get to go shop for hoodies and sweats for our high school kids, cause they don't wear coats, so we're gonna get the heated hoodies. And then we had hygiene items to restock, several hygiene items, cause we have a lot of kids at the high school who are like, I need dinner, I need toothpaste, I need toothbrush, things like that. So, and then we had a box for Toys for Tots, so all of those things were happening just this past week. So that was very exciting. So I'm very, and we also have lunch buddies. Presley and Judah do lunch buddies, and do you guys wanna talk about that at all?
I'll fight to it. I'm there a lot when they're at lunch buddies, and the kids love it. They interact with the kids. It's a true meaning of because there's a lot of kids that don't have people when they go, and they really put a smile on the kid's face when they go. So we appreciate that from the elementary, that what you're doing to, smile. And then I can boss one of them around Rayleigh. I tell her, get over there to all the kids. So they do a great job.
So that is very exciting. That's with Bright Futures partner with that, so we can send some kids into the schools, and I'm like very serious, like you have to look at those dates and make sure you're gonna make every single one of those, because we don't want a kid not having somebody when they're counting on somebody. So they go fill in for parents who can't be there. So that's very exciting too. So there's just a lot of great things happening with this club, and I'm very excited and proud of them. You guys have anything else? Okay.
Let's get all the names. I guess people don't use last names anymore. I always want to know because I might have had your parents.
You might know mine.
You might know.
Guys, tell them what grade you're in and your full name.
I'm Zoe Freeman, and I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, and I kind of remember you, Mom.
I'm Ava Jordan, I'm a senior.
I'm Vivi Hauser, and I'm a senior as well.
I'm Presley Klinger, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Judah Triggs and I'm a junior.
Wonderful.
Great job.
Great job.
And I thought Judah was a basketball player on Saturday. I'm like, get over in the
He's so
picture. And
tall.
he's like, no. But he looks like a basketball player. I thought he was within his shoes.
This is tall,
Mhm.
they are.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.
See you later. Use it tonight.
Hey, you too. See you tomorrow.
See you.
You know, I made a PowerPoint, Mark, just so
There
you
you
know.
You don't have to leave. Item C, public to be heard. No? Item D, discussion and vote to approve the minutes for the previous meetings. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Aye. Dr. Emerson.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford. And aye. Item E, Deputy Treasurer to report and discussion and vote to approve the monthly financial reports.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So the bank balance as of November 30th was $14,724,706.62. The receipts for the month of November in general fund was $2,780,324.45. Building fund was $182,507.91. Sinking fund was $9,554.10. That brings general fund balance at the end of November to $6,896,636.77. Building fund is $6,513,299.47. Bond fund is $404,678 even. Sinking fund is $203,802.08. Activity fund at the end of November was $1,240,951.67.
I'm always amazed that the activity fund has that level.
We always have had between 900,000 to like 1.2 million all the time.
It's just,
And coming in and going out.
Yep.
Coming in and
And
going
it comes in and goes out pretty quickly. So go over to utilities for the month of, from last November to this November, the electric was $7,524.72 more. Water was $1,586.16 less. And gas was $327.90 less. On the electric, every site, total was actually down from October though. So like, electric was more from last November to this November, but as far as like what the bill was in October, it was less in November.
have winter yet. No, what do we have today?
Every once in a while. Once a week.
It's getting warm through first of the year.
So that'll help.
That will be nice.
The geese are flying in and flying out.
Got 2 weeks swimming.
Sorry. Did we have a motion on this? I'll make one.
Second.
Any further discussion? Sabrina? Any questions? Ms. Nina?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford? Item F, Principal Director's Report, and Paul Wyman is here to speak with us.
I'm a Baptist, so I know all about time restraints. Mainly want to talk about our new equipment that we've been able to purchase lately. They have police buses cycling out, of course, all the time, and they get a little more expensive, but they also are better outfitted, better safety equipment, more comfort for the driver and students, things like that. We've been able to get a new shuttle bus. It's a mini shuttle that only seats 14 students. which we have been using, vans. Vans only seat 8, and it's kind of restrictive on how many you can sit on the road. These buses are, they're dual wheels, so they're much safer, so you can haul more kids. Because it's 14 passenger and 1 driver, it's 50 and under, so it doesn't require a CDL. So what this does is helps a lot of the smaller groups, choir, cheer teams, ag, which Carl does, and things like that, where the teachers, not all teachers have CDLs, so this opens up an opportunity for them to take bigger groups, which coincides with these groups growing. Things like the academic team are much bigger this year. Robotics has used it a lot. So these smaller groups that are growing that need more capacity, this helps them out a lot. So we were able to purchase one of those. With the bond money that's coming this year, we'll be able to purchase another one, so we'll have 2 in the fleet. And that helps us cycle out some of those vans also. The vans are, a couple of them are 2010s, a couple others are 2012s, and so we're trying to cycle out older equipment, get newer in, but also keep up with what we need as far as safety, and you'll see a lot more of those kind of vehicles on the road. If there's ever a tennis tournament or something up here, you'll see several from other schools. They're very
Are
useful.
they branded? Like, do they say Tapa
Yes,
tires on
yes,
them?
they're painted
The
just like,
wraps,
it's white with the decals, it looks almost exactly like all the other activity buses. So they're able to outfit it and make it look
I've seen
professional.
one, yeah, I drive by the transportation
It's
building
parked-
every day.
It's parked on the end, way back in the
Okay.
corner, by where the
Pay
pine
attention
trees are.
to farm.
He probably hides it, takes care
Well,
of
they're
it.
probably
Yeah, I'm trying
gone, but they're probably
Yeah,
out.
it's our new baby.
Yeah, what was the
But if
cost
you-
on that? I know we've seen it at some point.
Yes, you probably have, because since we've gotten it in October, there hasn't been a week go by, it hasn't gone out at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, it's all
About
the time, so.
115,000?
It was right at 100, like 102, something like that. So they're not cheap, but they're very necessary, they're very valuable.
Do we have 2 of those or 1?
We're about to have 2.
Okay, okay.
With the first bond installment, we'll buy another one, we've already got it, basically on order, set aside for us, and that we'll purchase that in January. So we're excited about those.
The first one we bought with general fund and our carryover. Just because he had gone through his entire fleet and knew that was, that level, that size of vehicle was really needed. The vans were not in great shape and we knew we needed to start cycling them out, but we had the healthy carryover, so we were able to purchase one outright. And then with this first round of money that we got in December for the bond, the first 125 for transportation, that was our second purchase.
Yeah, that was our most immediate need, we really needed those, so that's, we're happy about that. Look around, you'll see it, it's on the road a lot. We've also been able to, secure a new truck for the band. That took a lot of work, because there's not a whole lot of, we didn't have a whole lot of wiggle room on the funding with that, they also are in the trailer. But we were able to find through our bus company, they also have a truck division, so they were able to find us exactly what we needed for a really good price. Warranty and everything, so we're excited about that. That's coming also in January. So a lot of new equipment cycling in. We have to keep up with safety demands, with growth demands. These are all good things, and so we're doing our best to do that. We're cycling out some of our lease buses, new ones are coming in. They're outfitted a lot more for driver comfort. All the standard route buses now have front air for the drivers, which our drivers are super glad about, especially in August and May. It's miserable on those big team teams driving around with 50 kids on there, so that helps them out a lot. And so we're very thankful. During this time of year, it's my favorite time of year. We get to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and celebrate Christmas with our families, but it also makes me thankful. It makes me realize what we have. I go to an OPAT, it's the Oklahoma People Transportation Association. I go to that every year, a conference every year, and talk to the other directors and stuff, and it's always, you start discussing what you have and what you don't have, and it's tough, and we don't get a lot of support, and we don't get a lot of funding, and I'm like, yeah, that's terrible, but I can't relate to that. I kind of commiserate with them, but I'm like, I'm in a good district, they take care of us, and I really appreciate you guys' support and help. For not just the flashy things, but the blue collar side of the district too, it's very necessary. I got a lot of good folks up there at the bus barn, our mechanics and people like that go home dirty every night, and they're willing to get their hands dirty and do the work, do the hard work to keep transporting kids to school and getting where they need to go. So thank you very much for your support. I'm excited about what's going on and what's gonna happen in the future.
I have a question for you, I'm gonna put you on the spot,
Sure.
I bet you know the answer. How many days accident free? I know we
We are
had
at-
a rough week.
We are at 52
Okay.
right now. We had one
Back up.
small accident at the very start of school, in the bus line, it was avoidable, but so it's kind of, yeah, not that I thought about it at all, but it's.
I knew you did.
We had
52
we had
days,
one whole
46
school year we
hours.
went, and almost another hole, and we had a couple right in a row.
Yeah.
And then we've had one small one beginning of this year, so we're on a new streak, so we're gonna keep that going.
You're doing a good
Kids
job.
safe.
Thank you.
I mean,
The best thing is no, even all the fender benders, whatever, nobody's ever been hurt, and so that's the main goal. The buses are very safe, we've got a lot of super professional people up there with a lot of experience at taking care of the kids.
I see handfuls of them every single morning, multiple times, and always, I'm impressed by their courtesy, and
Yes, ma'am.
you know, when they can't make a turn until the person pulls out because they turn wide and,
Right.
you know, they are also traffic directors as well as
Yes,
drivers and, yeah, I see them every morning.
It's a stressful job, so give them a little extra room. Be patient with them. But we appreciate what they do. Thank you guys for your support.
Well, and I would like to just special shout out that, you know, I mean, I know I'm extremely spoiled and had a flat recently, and Dwayne was at one of our basketball games coaching and wasn't gonna be home till late at night and leaves to go to the bus, to drive a bus every morning before 6 a.m. And I say something to Paul, I had two guys, the work truck at my house fixing my tire so I could get to work the next day and Dwayne could get to the bus, and so, you know, blessed, good
That's
people.
awesome.
We've got great people.
Yeah.
It is gold.
Thank you.
thanks for keeping kids safe. I mean, every day we've got to keep. That's
That's the goal, that's
probably the most dangerous part of the kids' day, if you were thinking about it, is that in and out, you know, transporting them back and forth, so anyway,
Thank you.
great job, thank you. Item G, superintendent's report.
All right, we have lots of kids and everything's going good. Next. Just kidding. 3,571 students, 510 employees. There are 176 kids served through Sequoia Pre-K, 446 at Cherokee with a handful of transfer openings. Greenwood has 487 with one transfer opening. Heritage 491 with a few. TMS has 702 students with just a few openings in 6th grade. And the high school has 1,269 with a couple actually opening in 11th grade. We will update that tonight for the 3rd quarter. We have just lots of projects going on, as you know, and super excited. Jackie Willis has come in and he's doing a really great job. He's been drinking from a fire hose, I think he would say, as he inherited the armory and the biggest bond we've ever done in the history of Tahlequah Public Schools and everything else that just happens and with all those people in all those spaces, but he's doing a wonderful job. We miss Brad. Hi, Brad. I'm still a little mad at you, but Jackie's doing a really good job. The armory, we are not going to be moving this week. It'll probably be late January. But a lot of that, we talked about it last time, it just was some of those things we need to do for safety, and we can't argue with safety. We'll just say that, you know, it happened for a reason, and it's gonna keep everyone safe, and so we're doing what we need to do, but it looks really good. I'd love to take you guys, on a tour sometime if you would like to see it. I visit it almost every day, and they're probably tired of me walking through their space, although they don't even pretty much bat an eye anymore when I go through there, but, it's looking very, it's very good. Paint's almost done, they're dropping the ceiling, they'll start flooring here in the next week or so. I would expect mid-January, it'll be pretty ready. But just finishing that one piece, there were some of those pieces I said that might take a little bit of time to get, so that's going well. We will, unless something really, really odd happens, have our board meeting in here in January. The rest of the building might be empty, but if we don't know by January 10th that we can be in that building, we would not be able to file in time to move this. So what I would suggest is that in January, we don't worry about the live streaming, and because we might have everything out of here except some chairs, these chairs, and we might have this.
Chuck, remember, we can meet and re-adjourn to another location.
Oh.
So check with our legal folks on that, because we did that, we had meetings one time.
We did, we went
So
in the high school.
we can call it to order here,
And
and then I'll move over there.
It's almost like we could finish it here for the history of this building. Yeah.
So, check on that, we can, I think we
That
can do
might
that.
be pretty cool. Okay, we'll check on that. Yeah, very good, thank you.
is the district planning on having like an open house over there?
We will, I want to
Okay.
have a ribbon cutting with the
Okay.
Southwest Chamber of Commerce, the city that's been so helpful in all of this, and yeah, we want to have a big party.
Okay.
So, on our bond, just like he just mentioned on transportation, we've got the one minibus ordered. He's been working hard on locating a band truck and trailer for us on that, so we've got the new semi truck located. The trailer, we found a few places, that's a unique buy, and so you are very limited on what you can find, and they're quite frankly just super expensive. So we're trying to find the best way to use our money, so he's been able to really kind of get down the number on the truck, so it has more money to be able to put into an appropriate band trailer. But we're pretty close on even the trailer, I think, so that's something we'll be doing pretty quick. Also on the band, we have already done requisitions for the sousaphones that they needed, that we borrowed from other districts for a really long time, so that's a good purchase to get done. We got that first amount of money on December 4th, and that's how we're doing this. That first amount of money had a little bit of extra for some of the things that I know we needed, but it had the $125,000 for transportation, and then it had the $225,000 for the furniture. So what we've been doing on that is going through every site, and we're doing walkthroughs, and we know that the middle school, high school have the largest furniture needs out of the district. So this first round will be used with that. We've gone through, they've talked to teachers, what it is that you need, what you want, walked through with the principals and with Jackie, and we're looking at all of those things. We'll make a list and we'll figure out how we're gonna divide it up. $125,000 a year or $200,000 a year is not a lot of money when you're buying furniture for classrooms. It goes ridiculously fast. But we will make a plan, and whatever it is, it might be slow, but we'll get it, and we'll have some really nice things. So that's been fun to look at that and to dream about what things could be. So we've been doing design meetings to approve final floor plans for the big projects that will start. I would expect that we sometime February will be when we'll have to have probably a special board meeting to get ready for that the big lease revenue bonds, and then we would start doing bids, putting things out for projects in March 1st of April. So we've been bringing football coaches to the athletic directors, looking at athletic things. We brought the football coach to the table. We've shown all of the coaches, got their feedback. We're talking to teachers about what they want in their classrooms as far as those things. We brought all the band instructors in this week to look at the band shelter. We're trying to make sure that everybody who has a dog in the fight, so to speak, is getting their eyes on it before we get anything that we can't walk back from. We want it to be the best use of the money for the kids, for the staff, and for our community. So we're getting lots of input, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it's really exciting to see what they bring to the table. It's exciting to show someone a project and they're like, we're getting this. I mean, literally they're floored when they see from what we have right now to what we will have because of our community and their vote yes. So thank you again for that. I do want to say congratulations and thank you for Miss Lori Walker for putting her name in the hat, and so good no one even ran against her. So she is signed up for another 5 years. She would start that term, I guess, in April is when that would really start, right? But we're very happy. I'm very happy that you're going to remain to do that, so just wanted to say thank you and congratulations, and also just a shout out to Senator Julie McIntosh and Senator Avery Fricks. They've both been here in the last month, and we were able to spend good 2 or 3 hours with them in the district and visiting schools, and they were really good visits. And we are firm believers in, someone's gonna tell your story, and we're fortunate actually with people that tell our stories 90% of the time. But if we don't tell our story, someone else will. And there are so many good things to talk about and to show. So it is the best thing that we get to do when we get to show our community and our legislators, when we're talking about something, this is what we're talking about. There were good conversations with them. And so very, very fortunate and proud that they would take the time out of their days to come and do that with us. Also want to just give a shout out to our Go for Public donors again. This is the month where people are getting to the end of the year and there's still time to do that, but the Cobb family, Laney family, Carey family, Wendell family, Mutzigs, Searats, Bizzles, and Jerry's Excavation, Halpane family, those people are helping us buy classroom furniture. They're helping us buy supplies for all of our students. It helps to buy supplies for our teachers. Backpack program.
Robotics.
Robotics money. When we were worried about that 21st Century grant, it helped us make sure we could still pay people in the after-school program. So that money is coveted. And we're so thankful that people are able to put themselves out there for us. So
Is that all unrestricted? Can we spend on anything?
no, there are certain pots of money when they put it, when they donate their money, they can say it can go for any of them, or they can say, I want it to be robotics, or I want it to be Tahlequah High School. So it can be specific. Some people divide it up between the things. Some people say put it where you need it the most. So it's a little bit of everything.
And we could spend our tax money, our Oklahoma tax money, in our district.
So give it to them.
So I suggest that everyone get online, go to donations and look up Go, and it will explain the process to you. Plus
They
you
can call and we'll walk them through it.
walk them through. And, is it you donate the same amount 2 years in a row, you get
You get a higher tax,
tax
credit if
It's
you
like-
say a 2-year
like
commitment.
75%.
And a
tax
business can
credit,
do up to, I
Which
think,
doesn't really seem believable. Business what?
business can do up to 80% if they do a 2-year commitment.
Oh, wow.
Talk to your accountant.
Yes, we don't, I wish I could explain the intricacies of that, but our local accountants have really taken a notice to this and they all can. But I think I would sum it up to say is that if you own a business, you actually make money on donating to us.
Yes. Okay.
Child nutrition information, November 2025, we served 62,903 meals in 14 serving days. We're a bit negative again this month, but we're checking to make sure that all evens out in the wash. There are high months, there are low months, depending on what the bills are. What I want to focus on that was like the Thanksgiving meal count, as we served a lot of people their Thanksgiving. The food was great, service was great. We served 4,502 people meals in those 2 days. And the number that's crazy to me, Cherokee Elementary, there 387 students had lunch, 442 adults had lunch on that day. At Greenwood, 504 students, 477 adults. Sequoia, only 197 on the kid, 260 on the adults. Heritage had 425 extra adults. The middle school, and guys, middle school kids, usually they don't even want you to act like you know them. 210 adults.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's amazing for middle school. And we even got 10 parents at the high school.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, we love that.
I got a text that morning from my granddaughter, and she said, "Aunt, are you coming?" And I was like, "Oh, I forgot." But
I was there,
You're like, of course, honey, I'm on my way.
on my way. She did it en route to school.
Not very good. Before the bell rang.
Be sure to
Before
tell
the
us
bell
that
rang,
now.
not while she was.
And then just upcoming dates, of course, Christmas break starts on Friday, back in session, kids are back on, is it the fourth and the fifth? And then, well, staff is back on the fifth, kids are on the sixth. On the 19th, we are out for MLK Day, our next board meeting, we talked about January 20th. I love Chrissy's idea, we're gonna check on that, and I think that would be a great traveling session, I like it, we can all walk together, it could be like
I love it.
it could be a parade, exactly. We can get the band.
Don't we have a
This
twist?
is gonna and then, no matter what, I'm just going to claim right now, February 20th will be in the Education Service Center for that board meeting. There we go. All right, that's the end of that.
Thank you very much for that. Item H, discussion and vote to approve the following surplus.
I make a motion.
1 through 5, okay.
Second.
Any discussion?
I did just wanna say a few words about that. I've had some, questions about surplus, and we do have a board policy 3127. And when we surplus things, depending on the shape they are in, sometimes you have to surplus them just to get rid of them. Sometimes it's a giveaway type thing, sometimes it's a sell type of thing. It just depends on the value of what it is that is being surplused. If we buy a ice machine and it breaks, we can't just throw it away. We have to surplus it, then we throw it away. But a lot of times, we have things that are in decent enough shape that people that are not as fortunate as us can still come and buy at a pretty good price. So sometimes, like if we surplus a vehicle, that's what we would do. I mean, typically a vehicle is then surplus, someone picks it up because someone's handy enough to make it usable.
How do we sell those? Like, how do we notify that it is for sale?
How would we on a vehicle?
Mostly word of mouth. The last time we surplused a couple of buses over the summer, and I knew there was some of the river companies looking for buses. We just contacted a couple guys and they sold pretty quickly. So it's mainly word of mouth. We don't really advertise it.
Technology, sometimes we have like Chromebooks, for example, or iPads that are still usable but not really functional for us anymore. Then we might put that out to staff and say, hey, we've got 100 iPad minis. If you would like to purchase these for X amount of dollars.
The reason I ask, and I don't know if we should do this or not, and the part of my question is, like large, cities will have auctions because they have so much surplus, and I don't know that we're there, but we may be to a point that and I don't know anything about this other than when I see other people doing it, is there for schools, is there a system that larger schools use where things are listed on a website somewhere, or there's a notice put out, once a month or quarterly or something, so I would just be curious, just to know what other schools, especially close to our size do, TPS, Tulsa Public Schools is gonna be very different.
Right.
But others, close to our size that have this kind of stuff, how they do that, and if there should be some type of public, this is available, this is the cost if you want it, so.
I think that's something Sabrina and I both, with the groups that we talk to on a regular basis, can check and see, just like what's.
And then they say no, that there's not enough, and there's not enough of it that is sellable for the amount of money that's coming in, the extra work that you would have to do to inventory it and auction or process it or
And
whatever,
store
but.
it.
Yeah.
NSU used to have an auction or whatever, 2 days that you could go look. Now they do it all online. They just put the stuff online. So I don't know if they are with a company that does that, and so when they get the items, they take the picture and just put it up there. You have so many days to bid.
Something we can certainly
Long
find out.
term, I mean, we don't have to have an answer to that immediately, but I would be interested in some information on that.
We can do. So now we're voting, yes.
We're ready to vote.
Yeah.
Did I get a motion?
I don't think.
I made a motion.
Yes.
Okay, in a second, so, yeah, I thought we had that, so. Ms. Nima.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford, and I. Item I, business items, consent docket vote to approve the following. And these are, it's 1, 2, and 3.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a question.
Okay,
On the trips, you guys are going to, Green Bay, Wisconsin twice?
Well, we were already going to go as a group
Okay.
to, the leadership conference.
And you're going
to
to,
like culmination of what we've done for the last 2 years with them, grant funded, we had money to pay for it. But I was asked to go in, February to be part of a superintendent's roundtable and leadership, podcast they're going to film. And they pay for all of it.
That's
so
awesome.
It was pretty neat to be reached out, to be asked, by this company to come and film a podcast for them and be a part of what they do for all of their trainees across the United States. So
was that
Green-
leadership training that
Yes.
we did?
Initiative 1.
Initiative 1, okay.
so Green Bay's kind of a hub for
That's
education.
that's where their company is.
Okay.
Initiative 1 is just a leadership company.
Not
They
gonna
do a
fund it,
lot of
maybe.
education, but they do, yeah, it's gonna be very cold February, I think. But they actually, I think they do almost more business than education. They've been getting more into the education realm in the last few years, and probably why after working with us, they might invite me to be a part of some of those
I
things.
think that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was an honor to be asked. And
And then you're
almost no
going
expense
back.
with the district. Then we'll go back as a
In
group
June.
in June. And that pretty much, we'll be able to do a little bit of work with them, but not the extent that we've been doing the last few years. Because, money has,
Yeah.
is going away.
So when you all go back, is it sort of a culmination of what you have done with this
Yes.
initiative?
Yes, it's a conference with people that they do this work from all over the United States.
So you sort of see the effectiveness, have you
Yes.
noticed? a difference?
100%. I think not only just us, I think teachers would tell you. So something that we've done in the last year, we did a train-the-trainer model with primarily our assistant principals, but some others, a few district leaders and then one principal. And now they have gone back into their buildings and they're doing thoughtful leaders, that's the thoughtful leader training. So they have got groups of people now out of their buildings. We started it. Then we brought in assistant principals. Now those people are going in and training anywhere from 10 to 12 in each of their buildings and cohorts. I got to sit in one of the sessions at the high school maybe 2 weeks ago. It was amazing. Amazing to sit there and listen to those people in that room talk. And I mean, I'll tell you, like, I cried 3 times when I was in there. And when I got up to leave, and I mean, I truly meant this, I told them, I said, I don't know that I have been more proud in the 4 years of this job than what I had witnessed in that room in that hour. I was going to be there for 10 minutes. I missed the whole I missed a whole event I was supposed to go to because I sat down and I couldn't get up.
Wow.
And it was just real, authentic conversation about how are we going to change all of this? What are we doing to make things better? And it was amazing. And I was at Cherokee not long before that, saw the same kind of conversation, saw the same thing happening. And I mean, it's really exciting as we start growing that. If they had 10 to 12 people this time, and then we're gonna do another cohort this spring, that's 10 to 12 more people. That's 20 people trained in that building that trickle down to that. Then that trickles down to kids. It's truly made a difference in all of us as leaders, every one of us.
So just much more effective communication, the way to cut off issues that are
Yes.
red herrings and that sort of thing that often get brought in
It's
when you're
about
trying to accomplish something.
being kind, direct, and respectful, and delivering the mail to the right people, having difficult conversations, that you need to.
100% accountability.
Sideways accountability. It changes the way we have dealt with one another. Sometimes it's difficult to have a difficult conversation. And it just, the way we speak, you know, one of them might come and say something to me about something that's going on, and then I am now say, okay, well, when are you gonna have that conversation? Okay, then I want you back to me by Tuesday at 3:00, and then they have to deal with it. You know, it's about, you don't wanna hurt people that you love, and we love the people we work with. We work hard to be a family, but accountability is important. You know, we are here to do a job, and so it has just changed the way we handle one another as human beings.
It's good.
It's great, and congratulations on that round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, Dr. Phil, you're gonna have to watch this on YouTube. They didn't pay me tonight. And I'm not being paid to go there then, they're just paying my expenses to get there.
Okay, so we were getting ready to vote.
Yes.
You had the question, okay, I'm just trying to catch up. Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford. And aye. Item J, discussion and vote to approve the revision of the following policy. It's policy, review of policy 6025, student transfer, third quarter.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any discussion?
Again, this is just what we have to do quarterly.
Right.
Right.
Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford, and aye. Item K, discussion and vote to approve the 2026-27 school calendar.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do just wanna point out that we're starting school on this calendar a week earlier than normal.
Yes.
And that was born of us trying what is in our realm of control to give us better use of our instructional days. And it is better for us to have more days before we do assessment at the end of the year than those days after assessments that sometimes get a little bit wayward. And so this is one thing that was in our realm of control, so when we gave them stipulations for the calendar, I gave all of them those instructions that we were going to start the week ahead. If I'm wrong next year, we'll fix it, but it can't hurt us to try.
I remember the discussion we had about
People won't love it in August, but they will love it in May.
Yes.
They'll get over it.
Yeah,
don't forget by May.
All right, Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford, and aye. Item L, discussion and vote to approve the schedule of encumbrances.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? I wanna say I'm really impressed with our balances on all of these funds. The building fund also is really impressive. It's a nice cushion.
It is, and again, those walkthroughs that we're doing right now, we're making lots of lists.
Yes.
So, I mean, we will put that money to good use, but it's a healthy position to be in.
Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford, and aye. Item M, executive session.
I make that motion, we go into executive session.
Second.
Should I read this or?
I think say the reason.
Yes.
Executive session authority, 25 Oklahoma statute 307B 1, 2, and 7. The board proposes to discuss the following matters during its closed session. Superintendent evaluation 4 of 5, district goals and community relations. We've had our motions, so Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
You need a second.
Oh,
We did.
I
I'm sorry.
Before I have.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Did I? Did you say aye?
I said aye.
Okay, and
Sorry.
Stephanie, Mrs. Crawford?
Aye.
Aye.
They're aye. All right.
Oh, goodness, I don't know what
return to open session at 7:52. Item O, give the board president's statement of the executive session minutes. As part of the superintendent's evaluation, the board assessed 2 domains, district goals and community relations. No action was taken. Item P, discussion and vote to approve staff stipend amounts for all full-time and part-time staff. $200 for full-time and $100 for part-time staff. Do I
Move to
have a
approve.
motion?
Second.
Any discussion?
I just wanna say, it's something, obviously we've been watching the finances very closely. And we want to, whenever we are in a financial position, to be able to, compensate and love on, our staff. And so we're excited to have this in front of you tonight, so we can do something, for our staff, at this time of the year. And I hope it's something that we can do, at other times of the year as, we manage the budget.
And when will these be paid?
This week.
Friday.
Friday,
Okay.
Friday before Christmas, okay.
Merry Christmas.
Are they gonna get $200 or they have taxes out?
No, once you get.
Yeah.
We don't have the option, to be together. Believe me, I wish, I was like, can't we
I know
just.
we got money too, and
We get, yeah.
when it comes out, I was like, oh, wow.
We did, give the staff, a heads up that this was going to be on the agenda, and gave them the ability, if they wanted to change their withholding, if it was approved, so that they would, so the girls have done a lot of behind the scenes work to be ready in case this was a positive vote tonight, for the staff, for those that wanted to change their withholdings.
Are we ready to vote?
I'm ready.
Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford.
Aye.
And aye. Item Q, motion and vote to approve personnel items 1, 2, and 3, and 2 under employment. Larry Canlis, maintenance. Catherine Martin, paraprofessional. Cynthia Haynes, sped teacher.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Oh, shoot. Any discussion on that? Ready to vote then. Sorry, I'm in a meeting. I'm sorry, guys.
It's anything else tonight.
Yeah. I had that out to look at the time, like these called. We did vote on that, didn't we? Okay.
New business.
No.
New business.
You didn't call for a
We
vote.
didn't vote.
Oh, we didn't vote.
You got,
Okay.
you got motion and second.
I got it, got a phone call. Mrs. Nemo.
Aye.
Dr. Eversole.
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford. Aye. And aye. Item R, new business. In new business, a motion and vote to approve the following contracts. Number 1, an MOU with Compass Group USA Incorporated. A Chartwell's K-12, Chartwell's to determine the final maximum profit guarantee for the 2024-25 school year. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Mrs. Nemo?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Mrs. Crawford? And aye. And we are adjourned.
Sugar needs to go to bed.